episode 7 of Asked and Answered. So, as many of you know, I sit here in my office, and Vinny, of course, is filming from behind, and Sydney's over here getting ready to ask me some questions that I have not heard, and I'll do my best to answer them. I assume because 2 or 3 of you have a particular question, odds are that lots of people have these very same questions. And I will end this part by saying, send us questions. The more questions you send, the more obviously I can answer. And I assure you, if you have a question, the odds are there are dozens, if not more, people out there who have the same question. So we're going to start with question 1.
All right, Scott. First question today from a client. Why does it seem that when the markets go down 2 or 3 points, portfolio values go down almost the same percentage? But when markets go up 2 or 3 points, portfolio values only go up half the percentage of the gain?
That's a fantastic question, and one that it's not the first time somebody has told me it feels like that. And I will say I agree it feels like that, but we also know from studies by psychologists that, and actually brain scans, that we know that people feel loss at twice the rate they feel gain. So what that means is if you are down 10%, you feel twice as bad as you do good if the market's up 10%. So I would argue that it's unlikely that that is exactly right, that if the market were down, say 2%, your portfolio would be down also 2%, and then the next day the market were up 2%, but you would only be up, say, 1.5%. It's not impossible, and there are reasons for that. Sometimes asset classes become disconnected, but sometimes they reconnect. So a lot of times if you had high yield bonds, for example, and you had stocks, those are 2 asset classes that often act together. Although one is bonds and one is stocks. We're going through a period of time that's a little bit rocky right now, and I would say specifically to this particular moment in time where we're seeing rates go up, we're seeing inflation, which means bond prices are dropping. So if the stock market has a bad day, it's also possible that the bond market would also have a bad day. I would say on the whole, if you have a portfolio that is made up of, say, 80% or 70% stocks and the remainder in bonds, you would typically see them work in opposite directions at any given time. So I know it does feel like that sometimes, and that doesn't mean it isn't absolutely true sometimes. More often than not, it's more how it feels than how it actually is.